Hello everyone. So let's start the class. Today's class is about trigonometry. So before starting trigonometry, we need to know the essence of trigonometry. That is why we need trigonometry in our life. Remember one thing, necessity is the mother of invention. So if there is no need for any topic, why it is discovered? So if trigonometry is discovered, it must be needed in our life. So why it is needed? Let us take an real world application or real world example. Assume that it's a pole or tower, whatever you say, and you are to find the height of this tower. Can you find the height of this tower? So you'd climb up to the tower and measure its height? No, that would be very laborious and tough process. So how do you measure it? You can use trigonometry to measure the height of this pole. How you could do this? You go in the afternoon or noon when the sun is above your head and take its shadow. You only measure the length of the shadow. Then you can use trigonometric identities to find the height of this pole. So we will go to that topic after some days, but now we have to know the basic concept of trigonometry. So let aside, we will discuss about this concept later in our video. So for now, we have learned the essence. To solve this kind of real world application, real world problems, we need trigonometry in our life. There are many more examples of this kind where we need trigonometry. So first, to before learning trigonometry, we need to know what is an angle. So do you know what an angle is and how it is measured? Actually, an angle is nothing but the intersection of two straight lines. How? Look at here. This is a straight line, this is another straight line, and by the bisection or intersection of these two straight lines, an angle theta is formed. That angle may be acute or angle may be obtuse, depending on it. So, we have learned what is an angle. Angle is the intersection of two straight lines. So how angle is measured? Angle is measured in many processes. One of the famous unit of angle is degree and the other is radian. These are two straight lines. By intersection of these two straight lines, an angle is formed. It's a 90-degree angle. 90 degree, or it can be represented as pi by 2 radian. Both are same. Pi by 2 radians or 90 degree, they are same. So is there any other units to measure angle? Yes, there are many more units like DMS. What is DMS? We will discuss it later. Another is gradient method, and there are many more methods. So we usually not talk about this. We only talk about degree and radian. Now, the trigonometry is closely related to circular geometry. How circular geometry? Because all these angles and the degree, radian, all can be shown through a circle. Let us see an important example by using circle. Let's take a circle. So here we have a circle. Let's make it large enough. Now draw a line from its center. Okay, draw another line. Yes. Now look at here. It is the center. Let by O. Let denote it by A. Let denote this point B. Now by these two straight lines OA and OB, an angle theta is formed, and this theta can be expressed by using this identity. Theta equals S by R. What is the S? S is the length of this arc AB. And what is R? R is the radius of this circle, that is OA. So the theta is S by R, that is AB arc. The arc AB divided by the radius of the circle OA. So we need to know in which unit this theta is measured. Remember one thing, whenever you see this identity theta equal to S by R, always theta is measured in radian. Theta is in radian. So theta is in radian. So we have got a very important identity. We would use this identity later in our videos because this is pretty more important. It's a very beautiful identity and will help us every time. So we have discussed how to measure angles and what are the units of angles, and beautiful identity theta equal to S by R. So go to the next page and talk about the trigonometric angles. Okay, so let's have another concept before diving into the main topic. Trigonometry. So look at the heading, look at this portion, look at this portion. Tri. What tri means? Tri means number 3. 1 means 1, di means 2, tri means 3. And what metry means? Metry means measurement. Measure. Measurement. So it actually measures the 3 angles or a triangle. Basically we always work on trigonometry on right angle triangle, but it can be extended to any concept or any places. But for now we only use right angle triangle to describe all the big identities and all the questions whatever you say. So we have a triangle here. Let's enlarge it. Now we have this triangle. So we first name it. Let it is O, let it is B, and the point is okay. This is A and this is B and this is O. And let this angle be theta. So we have to know what these sides are called. This is called the base of the right angle triangle. This is called the perpendicular or opposite theta. Perpendicular. It is also called opposite of theta, and this is called hypotenuse. Now, from this triangle, we can derive all the trigonometric identities. How? Let's see. First of all, we have sine of theta, the most commonly used and well-known trigonometric identity is sine of theta. What is sine of theta? It is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse. So what is here perpendicular? OB. What is here hypotenuse? AB. So sine theta is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse. Similarly, what is cos theta? It is also important. Every identity is important. Cos theta is the ratio of base and hypotenuse. So OA by AB. And another mostly used trigonometric identity, tan of theta. What is tan of theta? Tan of theta is the ratio of perpendicular and base, that is OB and OA. So let us check. Uh, Sin theta is the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse, that is OB by OA. Cos theta is the ratio of base and hypotenuse, that is OA by AB, and tan theta is the ratio of perpendicular and base, that is OB by OA. So these are the first trigonometric identities you should remember, and further we can elaborate many more trigonometric identities from here, like cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta, and many more. So these are the basic trigonometric identities. So let's draw the curve of sine. Every function has a curve. So let's go to the next page. If you have a polynomial fx equal to x plus 1 or something, or gx equal to x square plus 3x plus 2, every function has a curve. So what is the curve of a sine function? So if fx equals sine of x, then what will be its curve? It will look like this, an wavy pattern. This is the curve of a sine x, and in the negative side also. It can be visually explained or examined through any graph plotting app. Let us check whether it shows or not. beautiful sine curve. Very beautiful. And moving in back. It's a very beautiful curve. So okay, our first class is, I think it's enough, and in our next class we will talk on another trigonometric identities like cosec x, sec x, cot x, and all that. So bye for now. We'll meet in the next class.